It's your boy DSD. We're here with another edition of our YouTube, a day after the NFL draft, the first live event we've had in months. Pretty awesome stuff. Not a ton of crazy stuff, but there were some things that were a little bit eye-catching, and I will be reviewing them next. It's your boy DSD, and we are here again. We're on a roll this week. This is our third YouTube this week. Pretty good stuff. Dropping this one in a couple hours. The draft happened last night, the first live event. Overall, it actually was pretty good. The NFL did a pretty good job not being together. It was good. It was a little long. I started at like 8 and got over at like 12:30, which is kind of long, but there were some funny things. I'm actually more surprised there wasn't more stupid stuff that happened, like someone not doing the right thing or whatever. There were a couple funny things, but the no-brainers happened, and there were some other interesting ones. So I'm going to put the full draft order right here. Obviously, you guys can look it up somewhere else, but we're going to be talking about it here. So the top three is really where it was kind of a lock. Joe Burrow, and then went to the Bengals, and then Chase Young from Ohio State went to the Redskins. So those were no-brainers. And then everything else started to get a little more fishy because everyone thought that the Lions were going to trade their pick, do a bunch of finagle, but they didn't. They stood tight, took their pick at 3, and took Jeff Okudah. I'm not very good with the names. Don't make fun of me. And he's from Ohio State, so stud though. Okay, then the Giants took a pretty questionable lineman. I think he was ranked top, like he was the 4th best. It's pretty much a Dave Gettleman pick. I mean, we'll see how it works, but on the big board, he was one of the worst available for the first round. He's still a good player, but it was lower projection. Then number 5 is where it got really interesting. Was Tua Tagovailoa, the Hawaiian Stallion, the GOAT. We didn't know if he was going to go there, but he did, and Miami got a stud. I'm a big Tua guy, big-time player. He's got a lot of injuries, but I don't know. I mean, like, I feel like if he didn't have injuries, he might have been 1A in this draft, you know, him and Joe Burrow. So I think that's a great pick for Miami, and that's overall they're going to appreciate that because they can have him stay on the bench for 1 full year behind Ryan Fitzpatrick, who's a perfect bridge guy, and then just give the keys to him next year. It's great. And then number 6 was Justin Herbert went to the Chargers, which I wasn't totally surprised about, but I think that it's a good pick because they need the quarterback. The Chargers do already have Tyrod Taylor. So, I mean, he's kind of average as you get. So I think that he's probably going to start next year as well, and then Justin Herbert's going to come in the year after. That's usually what happens with these quarterbacks. Usually when you rush them, they start struggling, and they don't do as good as you expect them to do because you force them into the starting role way too quickly. So, and then it started just kind of, just coming down. A lot of linebackers, defensive tackles, wide receivers started coming off the board. So Las Vegas, the Raiders took Henry Ruggs, and he was actually kind of surprising to go there because he was projected to go behind CeeDee Lamb and Jerry Jeudy, which is pretty interesting, but he's super fast and he's a stud. So this is a really deep wide receiver class, and they're saying that like it's going to be one of the deepest ever. So, nothing too crazy there. Then you kept going down. The Buccaneers took an offensive tackle to guard Brady. Okay, then Denver took Jerry Jeudy. So Denver in the offseason has done really well. They've gotten a lot of studs. They got Melvin Gordon. They re-signed a bunch of guys, drafted well. I do think that they're actually in good shape, but they got their guy Drew Lock. A pretty good job there by the Denver Broncos. Number 17 was Dallas. This is the one that I think needs to be a headline. CeeDee Lamb going to the Cowboys. The Cowboys should be absolutely lethal. You're going to see it a lot on Cowboys fans like, oh, this is our year, but they're nasty enough. Filthy. Truthfully, it actually makes me question if they're going to pay Dak Prescott just because they have so much offensive weapons with Amari Cooper, Ezekiel Elliott, and CeeDee Lamb now. So we'll see how it goes. They might be able to bring in a guy like Cam Newton to make a lot less. So I don't know. I do think they should pay Dak. That's my personal opinion. But you can't pay everybody, and they already paid everybody. So Dak looks like he's the odd man out. It kind of just starts going down a little bit. Nothing crazy. So another one that I thought was really crazy was number 21 was the Eagles. They drafted Jalen Rigor from TCU, and they didn't take Justin Jefferson. And Justin Jefferson's from LSU, and he's a stud. And a lot of the Eagles fans were upset about that. But once again, it's a really deep draft, so we'll see how that goes. And then Justin Jefferson actually went the pick after to Vikings, and that's a good pick for them because they needed a receiver losing Stephon Diggs. So he'd be a good guy to pair up with Adam Thielen. Nothing crazy for a little while. This is the one, no question, that we need to headline, maybe give like a full couple minutes on is the Green Bay Packers select a quarterback, Jordan Love, at 26. I think they even traded up for it. Don't quote me on that. I can give a better idea up top, but that's crazy. I think it's a good move. It's kind of a ballsy move, but it's the right one. But I just don't think Aaron Rodgers is the type to be a really good mentor. You can't really see him being very nice to the rookie there. It is a strategic move because at best, Rodgers has 4 or 5 more years left. So you can make a decision after 3 years of, Jordan Love sitting on the bench behind Rodgers if you want to make him the starter. Just the same thing that happened with Rodgers, with Brett Favre. So it's really interesting, and a lot of people are comparing Jordan Love to Patrick Mahomes. So that's pretty good. Stud. So we'll see how that goes. It's really interesting. I'm actually really excited to see how that one plays out. But it's going to put a lot of pressure on Aaron Rodgers. So we'll see if he's really that guy, because if he comes out and just dominates this next year, he's getting a little more vengeance, a little more piss in his vinegar, if you know what I'm saying. We could, might be a pretty prolific year for the Packers, so we'll see how that goes. And then I forgot to talk about before, at 23, the Patriots traded out of the draft, which is so Patriots-like and frustrating. They traded out of the first round and out of the draft. So they got a second rounder and I think a late third or something, or fourth. It's just crazy. The Patriots are just notorious for that. But it's this is a really important draft for them. And as a Patriots fan, I want them to do something. So we'll see how that goes. Bill Belichick knows better than I do. And then the next surprising one, if it was surprising, was Clyde Edwards, the running back from LSU, went to the Chiefs at 32. The number one projected running back was DeAndre Swift out of Georgia, and he didn't get drafted, so we'll see how that goes. But Andy Reid was comparing Clyde Edwards to Brian Westbrook, who pretty big accolades there. I mean, I know that Andy Reid coached Brian Westbrook at one point, but that's pretty crazy still. Saw a lot in him. So, in my personal opinion, there was a lot of different situations that happened. I'm not a draft expert, so I can't give you the grades or whatever. But if you ask me, I think the Cowboys got the steal of the draft, truly. The fact that they got CeeDee Lamb is pretty amazing. I'm a big wide receiver. I'm a skill position guy to begin with. So I think the fact that they got a stud receiver there is pretty impressive. And everyone was saying that CeeDee Lamb was the best receiver in the draft. And they got him at, I don't even know, they got him at 17. Whew, crazy. So yeah. My first draft with you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun, and we'll, going to be doing more of this in the future, obviously. But so today is drafts or rounds 2 and 3, and I'll probably be doing something else on it, but not a YouTube video. So that's it, guys. Make sure you subscribe down below. I appreciate all the support, and enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy your weekend.